Okay, everybody, welcome back for another episode of Master of Command. Today, I'm thinking we finish this Light Core playthrough. I'm going to try to keep this video to an hour, maybe an hour and a half maximum, but I definitely want this to be the end of the campaign. I want to fight these two encamped armies, I want to fight the first HQ, and then fight the second HQ. So that's the goal. We're going to be speedy, we're going to be efficient. I'm probably going to pause when I come to these towns to do some inventory management, to do some slight upgrades, but yeah, we're gonna finish this thing today. Dang it. Okay, I could get a light cavalry regiment if I provide an officer from the reserve pool. So I would lose my buddy here. Which isn't terrible, but he is still reducing item cost, which I kind of like. I might do this. This might be like one of the last things that I do. Like after I fight these encamped armies, maybe I come back here and do that to get a light cavalry unit for cheap, and that light cavalry unit will be useful because it's very likely that it will be a light cavalry unit that we don't have, like a hussar, or maybe like the or maybe it could be a volunteer dragoon. Yeah, that counts as a light cavalry. So yeah, so chances are, or it could even be provincial cavalry, as long as it's not a volunteer hussar. It is a or a volunteer. Yeah, as long as it's not volunteer hussar, it could be a dragoon, provincial cavalry, hussar, and all of that would be good to get another unique unit in here. Let's go ahead and come fight this encamped army. I could swing east and go visit that slum. And maybe I will, because we have plenty of time. So I'll go do that. And then we'll swing down, come visit this other slum. Okay, yeah. I feel like I don't really care about delaying the HQ at this point. So let's just let's trade some money for weapons. We'll definitely get our money back selling these things. Let's come down here to this outpost. And then we can give up some reservists for some money, some ammunition, some food. Let's go ahead and do ammunition, I think, because I could buy food over here. I don't want to buy food here. Let's do ammunition. Seems fine. Okay, and then we'll come visit the slum. We still got 40 plus days to buy jewelry. I could spend a bunch of ammunition to get jewelry. That's really good. So this is an excellent jewelry. I'll definitely get my money back. For an excellent jewelry, I'll definitely get my money back. If I spend all this ammunition, I mean, I'll probably take the money option here, so I think this is also fine. I just don't know what the conversion is. Like, what is this cost in, what is this cost in dollars, right, that I'm spending? I don't know. But let's do it. Okay, we got an excellent and we got a good, so this was like the best thing that we could have hoped for. Let's come up here and let's fight these guys. They've got the Saxa doctrine, so their infantry is a little bit better, but they move slower. Seems like they don't even have that much infantry. They've got some grenadiers here, a brigade of infantry here, some here. Okay, morale over cavalry is pretty good. So these guys will come back to fight. What are these, Hessians? Royal Horse Guard. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into battle. Alright, we are ready for battle. So we're going to have our line starting on this hill-ish. I want to get the artillery over here. Maybe like over here. And then I'll have like a line starting here at the river, and then we'll continue on using the hedgerows, and then we're going to have two of our German Fusilier units moving up over here, trying to attract some attention. They have some veteran foot over here that is not particularly good in melee, so we want to send our cavalry in to fight them. Yeah. Over here they've got some grenadier units, so I'm moving one of our canister artillery units over here to help deal with them. Should be good. Is there artillery in range? Not quite, but we can start forming some of our guys into lines for when the artillery does start shooting. Okay, that seems good. You can come up here and be in reserve. You're going to be over here in reserve. Same with these grenadiers. Let's start putting you guys into a line. Let's bring you up. And bring the cavalry forward. You know, I might even just bring you guys over this way. Let's run you for a little bit. And okay, I was gonna say they should be attacking us. It's like I don't know why they aren't yet. Okay, we've definitely got their attention over here. Okay, let's unlimber. Let's hold your fire. And we're shooting at the foot guards, which is good. That is who I want to be hitting. Go ahead and get these guys moved up just a little bit more. And let's see if I can get them to turn this way. Let's open fire. And if they won't attack my cavalry, then we will just charge in and knock them out. Okay, that works. What are we shooting at here? Good, I'm happy with all of that. These poor Fusiliers are getting smacked around pretty hard. Okay. Let's bring the artillery up along with all of our cavalry here. We're gonna have you advance as well. Move up just a little bit here. Okay, we will let this Hessian cavalry get in a little bit closer, and then we'll open fire on them. Okay, open fire. Perfect. And then let's get in there. Keep our artillery moving forward. And their artillery is mostly undefended. There are still some cavalry units there. So we'll let them collide and then send in our cavalry. Let's get this artillery moving up. Let's check and see what's going on here. Forgot to tell them to open fire, so we'll do that now. Actually gonna turn you guys. Move you up a little bit. I'm also gonna move you guys up. Here, let's just work on eliminating that artillery over there. You can open fire and hit them. Okay, gentlemen, cavalry, get ready. And charge in. What do they have? They still have some cavalry over here. You guys hold your fire. Actually start shooting at the cavalry. Hold your fire for a minute. Okay, open fire. Okay, my artillery got flipped a little bit there. I didn't mean for them to take all that damage. I did want to use them as bait, but I didn't mean for them to actually get charged. Okay, let's go ahead and finish off their artillery. Actually need to keep an officer with them to make sure that they don't shatter. So I'm going to keep him nearby. Okay, yes, he's not going to shatter, that's good. Perfect. Okay, things got a little dicey there, using the artillery as bait. But we did okay. And we'll be able to go up and buy more reservists. So it'll be fine. Go ahead and take the money and ammunition. Let's take a good doctrine. I could make our general more effective. I mean, he is kind of like a secondary. I mean, he is like a cavalry unit in his own right. If we make him bigger, kind of like the idea of that. Let's do it just for the fun of it. Do I want to give him even more combat effectiveness? Maybe. Reduce our food consumption, increase our veterancy gain. Okay, let's do the melee. Because I think it'd be fun to give him more combat effectiveness and a larger unit size, but I mean, I feel like increasing our melee is the more like sound decision, and I already made a kind of for fun decision. I think giving him état major. Yeah, we have an excellent breastplate here, which someone could definitely use. Like these volunteer hussar. Or even the French gendarmerie. It's them. And then I could give these guys. It would hurt their stamina. I think it's fine. Let's see. Iron Ramrod. Take something off of you and give you the Ramrod, but I kind of like all these. Maybe the Tompion. Yeah, that's cutting like 2.5 seconds off of the reload. I feel like that's worth it. We'll sell this. Sell this. Sell that. Water buckets may be useful. Maybe not as useful as I would hope them to be. I think the tea we don't need. I think these heavy jackets we don't need at this point. I think the spontoon we don't need. This we can throw on to you. Actually, let's give you the excellent one. And you can have the good one back. And I'll give you this. Okay, we're definitely gonna sell that. We're definitely gonna sell that. Would I rather you have a Charleville? I mean, sure. Yeah. No, I'm okay with you having the Tula, and I'm okay with you having the Unshoping. So these we can sell off. We can sell that. This. Is there anyone who still has an open item slot? No, looks like everyone. Okay, you have a slot that could be filled. So I'll need to find something for you, but none of these are applicable to you. The horseshoe we can throw on the general, sure. I mean, I think we can sell that. So all of this we can sell. Let's go ahead and run up here. And I'm going to go ahead and pause while I peruse the shop. Okay, so I finished doing my shopping and thinking about things, and I'll just go over real quickly some of the changes. I ended up buying our French Veteran Grenadiers excellent halberds. I bought them some good gun picks, mostly for the stamina. What else did I do? I bought an excellent Kampenhausen treatise for our French gendarmerie, and then I gave our military treatise de Saxa to our general, make him a little more resilient in terms of morale, and also give him a little bit of a melee boost. I did some upgrades with our carbines. He had like a good Jönköping. He had a good Sul, so we gave them both Jönköpings. We gave him an excellent Charleville, an excellent Potsdam over here. I also gave him an excellent Basket Hilt broadsword because I took off. He was using a Cuirassier sword, which was really hurting his stamina, but is also giving him a morale boost, which I liked. So I gave him this Basket Hilt broadsword in order to keep that morale boost going, but also not drain the stamina. Let's see, is there anything else I did? Oh yeah, I also bought some German Fusiliers because of this doctrine we have, which it's doing more morale damage per unique regiment we have. We've got it stacking, so it's ×2, so that means we're getting +4% morale damage for every unique regiment we have. So picked that guy up, and then we're gonna go fight this encamped army, and we're gonna come over here and do the event that will give us a light cavalry unit. I also kind of want to get... Oh, I also bought a bronze 12-pounder howitzer. They were using a iron 8-pound Lycorn before, so this is an upgrade for them. The one last upgrade I'm thinking of for the artillery is I could buy a Shuvalov cannon and give it to these guys, give them the bronze 12-pounder, and then we'd have a cool Shuvalov. The only problem with that is that the Shuvalov cannon eats a ton of ammunition, and it's got a very slow reload, so kind of on the fence about it. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. Or I could just get like a 12-pounder gun, like a Liechtenstein or a Brummer, and upgrade them that way, and maybe I would feel better about that. It doesn't have the amazing like canister damage that the Shuvalov has, but it also doesn't have the insane ammo consumption and insane reload time. Of course, that means we would have to find a Liechtenstein or a Brummer, which I think we may have seen one before, but I can't remember where. But whereas we've seen the Shuvalovs in a couple of places. In any case, let's come over here real quick. We'll investigate their artillery store. Okay, here's a Brummer that we could use. And it's got... The ammo consumption isn't as crazy as the Shuvalov. The reload is a lot better. The accuracy, I don't remember. But yeah, so we could pick up a Brummer here if we wanted to. Brummer, whatever. However you would say it. Let's come check out this encampment real quick, and then we will fight that encamped army. Oh, perfect. Boom. Very cool. Let's throw this on to some of our guys. So I'll give you guys an excellent bayonet. Good. Make a swap here. Makes him a little bit more effective in melee, which I like. Now we've got these good bayonets, but I don't think we need to put them on anybody, so we can just like sell them. Cool. Well then, let's come check out this encamped army. Battle of Winchester. They take extra fire damage, they like being in cover. They've got quite a few grenadiers, a lot of artillery, only a handful of cavalry. So I'm thinking they'll probably put the veteran foot on one end of the line, and we will just use our cavalry to mow down the veteran foot, and then we can probably, yeah, we can chew through these light dragoons and even the Dragoon guards, and then get after that artillery because they have a whopping 7 units, and we don't want these 7 units just pounding our guys forever. So we'll go ahead and load into the battle. Okay. So this time around, we're going to have the line starting here in this town with a Swiss unit. We're going to have a Swiss here, and then a Swiss that's kind of coming down this way, utilizing the forest, this little farm cover, and then the hill. And we're going to have our German Fusiliers over here, one in the forest, one in the hedgerow, one in the forest, and then one will be in the open. But we're going to have the artillery and our cavalry swinging around to support. The reason why we're doing that on this end is because they've got these Coldstream guards, which are fairly scary, and they're decent in melee. They're pretty decent, but I think that between a volley from the German Fusiliers and our 5th Royal Artillery, we can do a lot of damage to them, send the cavalry in, knock them out, and then we can knock these guys out pretty quickly, knock these British Grenadiers out, Hessian Grenadiers, these guys. Yeah. So I think that these units are pretty easy to knock out. Over here, there's these veteran foot units, which are actually weaker in melee, but I didn't like the positioning because I was afraid, well, if there are units over here on this side of the river, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be harder for the cavalry to get over there and attack them. Much to my chagrin, they have not come over to the river. But that's okay. I think we're going to keep our plan to be more aggressive on this flank because we've got our Swiss units over here. And our Swiss are generally a little bit slower, but they have better morale. So go ahead and get you guys set up and move you guys forward a little bit. You guys can deploy. And what are we shooting at over here? Veteran foot. I'm okay with that. Does look like we're attracting some attention over here. Which is good. I do want to attract attention. Let's see if we can get up on the hill. That would be pretty sweet. Bring you guys forward. I'm gonna walk these guys up. And we're not in range because they have really junky land pattern muskets, so that's kind of good. But we can go ahead and start tearing them apart with all of this. And I will send some cavalry in to deal with them. Okay. Actually, it looks like a lot of forces are coming this way. Let's see if I can't get those Coldstream guards to turn. Gonna bring the French Guard over. I think we're doing okay over here. You can come help out. How we're doing over here? Not terrible, but not great. Let's bring you back. Bring you up. Same with you. Hold your fire. Bring your Cheval, fall back. And let's pull you guys back and put the French Guard in front. You guys can open fire and hit that veteran foot. Okay, looking good here. Just get ready for that cavalry that's moving in over here. Okay, let's spread you guys out a little bit. Have you hold fire for a minute. The gentleman cavalry back. You're just taking a bunch of damage. They're shooting with grape shot way back there. Okay. Damn. Yeah, and then you guys can come help up here. Looking good. Yeah. And then my dragoons can start doing stuff. Charge them, please. And I want these guys to get a little bit closer. Surprised we didn't do more damage. Okay, go after them. You hold your fire. Yeah, you get them. You come over here. All artillery hold fire. And that'll be good. Ooh, excellent toe worm, very nice. Cylindrical ramrod, very nice. Let's take the money and ammunition. And then for our last doctrine, we will not take any of these. We're gonna reroll. Guys, triple elan. Triple elan? I think my preference would be the my preference would probably be the the doctrine that reduces melee damage, or increase melee damage at this point. Should I just do it? For the memes? Triple Elan? Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll just have insane charge for no reason. I mean, not for no reason. We have plenty of cavalry that's utilizing that. Jeez, look at that. Excellent cavalry lance. Does anyone need an excellent one? Or do we already have excellent lances all around? I think everyone's pretty much got an excellent lance. Oh, I could get some excellent heavy saddles on here. Oh well, it's fine. Ooh, good morale damage. Instead of more charge, we could just do this. Just like inflict infinite morale damage with the volunteer hussars. Sell. Could open up a slot here for the riding boots. Cylindrical ramrod. Let's definitely throw that on one of our guys here. French Dragoons could use a better saddle. Didn't think about that. Basket hilt hanger sword. I'm probably not going to use the buckshot. I think I forget about it anyway. Let's just give him that for the extra charge. And then I could just give them buckshot and just say, hey, just have it loaded. And then I'm going to give you the excellent toe worm. We're still rocking basic coffee here. We could definitely be doing better than that. Maybe we do this. The Tula. Yeah, no, I like the unshopping because it's better at shooting. That's right. So the Tula, I don't need. These riding boots I can put on the general. So give him the cheese. Okay. So let's come over here. Let's buy up some food. Let's think about whether we want a Brummer. 20 accuracy. What are you? Also 20 accuracy. But a better reload. Yeah. Let's do that. Give you the Brummer, give you the bronze 12-pounder. I think this is the best our artillery has been in a long while. Let's check and make sure that there's nothing here that we want. Honestly, the general could use an excellent carbine. It's also an excellent Jaeger rifle. Oh, but items cost more here. Okay, that's why the Brummers are so expensive. Let's just pick that up and sell our bronze 6-pounder. And now, Mr. General, you can have this. Congratulations. We'll sell that. I'll give you riding boots. I'll give you cheese. Let's check and see if there's anything interesting here. This is actually pretty good. Yeah, let's keep increasing. I'll cover effectiveness wouldn't be bad. I feel like melee we're doing okay at the moment. Let's do cover effectiveness. And then better reload, lower ammo consumption. Oh, we could, yeah, we could switch that out. Honestly, you could use a better Retus too. So I do like that, and this is also good. Sell that. Okay, just want to make sure that this is the artillery unit I want to put it on. I feel like it makes sense. So we'll take that off. Give you this. Give you this. I think that's good. And then I think we can sell these two. Okay. I think we're pretty much maxed out here. I think the only thing left to do is come up here and see what unit we can get. Okay, yeah, so let's do this. Spend the money, use the officer from our reserve pool, get a light cavalry regiment. As long as it's not a volunteer hussar. Beautiful. Now we've got a whole bunch of unique regiments stacked in here, giving us 4% for every unique regiment in the army. And just over here, we're getting 20% extra morale damage. Not to mention all the different units that we have in the army itself, not in the reserves. So I'd say that's pretty dang good. And I honestly might just come over here and fight the HQ early instead of waiting, right, for it to mobilize. Like, if I really wanted to, I could just burn down Weymouth and see if we get better items, see if we get items that we can sell over here in, like, Guildford or Winchester. But I kind of just want to move forward, you know? So let's go ahead. My replenishment is full. Let's fight them. They are Blandian, which I'm totally fine with, because we can chew through their infantry really easily. We have really good artillery. The cavalry is also really good. Yeah, I think this is fine. I do wish they had more cavalry in this army. They do have quite a bit of infantry, but it's for the most part like grenadier units, and they will, if they walk into canister, that's going to be really bad for them. So let's go ahead and get into this battle. All right. So we're ready to go. I've split up the force a little bit. I have all of our Germans over here, along with our shock cavalry, I'll say. And then we have one of our artillery units over here. And then over here we have our Swiss, along with our 2 shock infantry units, our dragoons, and the majority of our artillery. And they actually have a lot of artillery, not artillery, they have a lot of infantry now that I see it all. And the reason I did this is because I wanted the cavalry to come through over here and like knock out these guys. What if I pull you guys just a little bit so that we can squeeze in the artillery over here? And then let's go ahead and get you set up. That's perfect. You guys right behind the chasseur. You guys in the forest. You guys here. Okay, these guys are in reserve. Going to spread them out. Actually, might have you guys come over here, and we'll move the artillery out wide here, and dragoons can be out wide too. You guys can come up some. You guys I'm gonna have form up over here as a part of the line. You guys I'm gonna move up to be supportive. Okay, let's unlimber. Okay, it looks like this part of the line doesn't really want to engage, but this line is doing stuff. Focus on that foot. Might even have these guys come up and do some canister shenanigans. In the hopes of making them engage earlier than they would like to. And because of flying batteries, as well as the artillery horses and the half-gators, these guys move really quickly, even though they are unlimbered. Let's move you to be a little bit tighter. Here, why don't we move up a little bit more? Jeez, I feel bad for these guys. Getting chewed up. Okay, let's move the chasseur forward. Goons can move up some. I'm gonna have you guys sit back here for a minute and reload. Or you can come over here and finish your reload. And I don't think you'll need your bayonets. The French Dragoons come up. They have afforded us a luxury of being able to micromanage on this side because no one's doing anything over here. So you hold your fire. Let's get close because you've got your buckshot loaded. And open fire. It's kind of bad timing because they had finished their reload. We should have timed that better. But we did a lot of damage. We did more damage than we took. And that's what really matters. Okay, swing over this way. You guys come over here. I feel like these guys are going to charge in, but that is a mistake. That is what they're thinking. What have they got over here? Hanoverians. Don't have very much. Let's hit them. Bring the general forward. Let's take some shots here and then retreat. You can knock them out. Let's move you guys up. Let's bring you guys back. Okay. Don't just get shot, please, by those Hanoverian Grenadiers. And let's get after that. Let's get after the artillery. Jeez, 1,200 kills. All you guys can pull back. We just need to knock out these Hanoverian foot guards now. Pull back here. And in chasing after the artillery, they left themselves wide open. Cool. That worked out well. Got a lot of money. Oh, got some excellent double canister. That's nice. Excellent Chevaux de Frise we can throw on somebody. This would be good, I think. Let's go ahead and take... probably the money and ammunition. Veterancy also not bad at this point. Yeah, you know what? Let's take the veterancy and just try to pump a few more levels into these guys. Maybe get another level on our officer? Yes. Nice. Let's see, what can we give you? We probably want something that's melee for you. Morale isn't bad. Sure, morale isn't bad, actually. And then get everyone replenished, everyone's ammunition. And this gives reload and ammo reduction, so let's just do that. Cool. We'll sell this, we'll sell this. We'll throw the double canister on to you, because that's giving you an extra 4 damage. Nothing to sneeze at. And let's see. This is 20. This will bump you up to 26. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Definitely selling that. We'll probably sell this. Probably sell this. Definitely sell that. Sell this. Really excellent cartridge box. Not just an excellent cartridge box, a really excellent cartridge box. Excellent Charleville. You already have an excellent Charleville, so you don't need it. I'm not going to use that. This is a Potsdam, a land pattern. Would give you better melee, shorter range. Let's give that to you. The Spirit Ration could throw on you. Give you more charge. It would hurt your accuracy a little bit, but that's okay. Excellent Chevaux de Frise. I know somebody has a use for them. Dirty shoes we can sell. I don't think we need the cheese, and I don't think we need the cartridge boxes at this point. Okay, the second HQ is ready. It's down here. Let's come up to Langport real quick. See if there's anything interesting to buy. They do have excellent Hungarian horse, excellent Frisian horse. I think we're already at... Oh, we don't have an excellent horse there. Okay, I'll buy you, not you. I'll buy you the excellent horse. I'm good with that. Palash sword. Do I want that for our dragoon? Or not, or for you? It would hurt your stamina. Well, in any case, we can upgrade you. And we can sell that. We need some ammunition. We need some reservists. Now we're replenishing. That's good. I will ponder on the Palash Sword. What else can we get? Excellent coffee, excellent tea. Anybody in need of that? Yes, you can do an excellent coffee. You could take an excellent tea. As could these guys. Okay, let's definitely buy both of these. The beer, could go on you. Makes you a tiny little bit better. So here you go, take some beer. Honestly, we could throw the beer on these guys, because this is going to be the last battle, so we want to max out their stats. The casualty replenishment doesn't matter at this point. 5 and 4. Yeah, let's do that. And then this coffee. So now we can sell off these things. There's excellent tobacco, which I know someone had a good tobacco, so yeah, we'll do that. Okay, anything in the powder house? Another double canister, another Chevaux de Frise. Yeah, we can do both of those, that's fine. Because someone had a good Chevaux de Frise, that's you. Let's do that, and then our other canister user will give double canister. So these all we can sell. Excellent earthworks. What do you have? Excellent earthworks. I don't think we need the Palash Sword. I mean, I don't think we need it. So let's just go ahead and sell off the rest of these things. And then, how big is this guy? 25,000? How about we burn this town? Let's do one more melee. We'll burn the town. That'll give us some time to replenish. And maybe we can generate some more items out of this. Okay. Right, those saddles remind me that if possible, I'd like to buy an excellent heavy saddle, which we don't have here, although we do have excellent artillery horses. That might be the best that we can do. Okay, let's buy... Let's buy that, sure. And then, was there anything here? Yes, this will make one of our Swiss units better. I think we could also buy that ramrod. And this as well. So... No... Yeah, you have a basic ramrod, so you can have a better one. You've got good infantry hangers. We can make that switch. Let's do that. Make your melee a little bit better. Excellent gun picks. Can anyone use excellent gun picks better than our grenadier unit? Yeah, you could. Can't believe we never came across like an excellent Tompion. It's not. Here, take the good gun picks. Excellent artillery. Horses we'll give to you. And then take that and give you this. And what is it? 6 and 8, 4 and 5. Here, there. Okay, I think we don't need these then. Definitely sell that, sell that. Fortunately, you just have that basic heavy saddle. I'd rather you have the heavy saddle than this light saddle because of the melee. And let's do one last check. Make sure that we're good here. It's true. Could use these to increase our reload just a little bit more on our artillery. Because at this point, ammunition doesn't matter so much. So our canister users... Take this, will bring your reload down just a smidge more. The excellent Chevaux Freeze can go on like these guys because they're using just normal wooden stakes. And I think Chevaux Freeze is a little bit better. This buckshot, what are you using? You're using good buckshot. So we could do a slight optimization there. Give you excellent buckshot. Okay. I think we've pretty much done all of the optimizations that we can. We could get something for our general. Could get one last item for him. Could do this. Or I could buy a breastplate to throw on him. Which wouldn't be terrible. Sure, let's do it. Actually, let me make sure that there isn't something better. No, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, let's get the breastplate. Open up one last slot. You take that. Okay. I think we've pretty much done everything that we can. So let's go ahead and let's go fight that last HQ. Everyone has ammunition, right? Yeah. Everyone's good. Okay. Is anyone close to leveling up? No. I'm checking because I could, maybe. No, not even close. I was thinking I could drill and maybe get another level up. Yeah, that would actually level you up. So actually, let's drill and try to get some last levels there if we can. Yeah, he leveled up. I don't know that anyone else did, but that's fine. Okay, let's do this. The final battle of the campaign, and it's Blandian. Which I'm okay with. I think Blandian is pretty easy to deal with. Famous last words. But generally speaking, I think they're easy to deal with. And none of these units really give me heartburn. Does have a lot of artillery, but as long as we chew through the infantry quickly enough to get to the artillery, it's fine. Also, the artillery is going to be less effective because they're getting a 25% debuff, so I'm not even all that scared of the artillery, even though there is a lot of it. So we'll go ahead, load into the battle, and get this done with. Alright guys, this is the final battle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 of our Swiss units here in the city, holding it down. I'm going to have another one over here on the hill. Honestly, maybe I should have had the other Swiss unit over here. But my thought is we want to hold here in the middle. Meanwhile, the German Fusiliers and our cavalry and our canister users are going to come over here and just brute force their way through this part of the line. I'm hoping that this part is slower to come in. If they do come in pretty heavy here, we can always fight like a do like a fighting retreat and just kind of like fall back while these guys advance. I don't know, we'll see. It kind of depends on how everything shakes out. That was a really impressive first shot. Jeez. Yeah, those guys are rethinking life after that. You willikers. Okay, how are we doing here? We're ready. So both of you hold fire for right now. Let's tighten up the cavalry over here. Oh, sorry, I should unlimber you. Okay, let's bring the artillery forward. Both of you guys are relatively speedy, so let's have you both advance. I'll have our Fusiliers right behind you. Move all of the cavalry up. And, start shooting. Start waking these guys up. What's the range on these guys? 125? What a joke. What a joke. This should goad them into attacking us. I'm gonna ask you to hold your fire for now. Okay, awesome. They are advancing. You guys are going to knock them out. You guys are going to hold your fire for now. You can open fire now, since those guys have closed in. Okay, Dragoons have taken a lot of damage, so I'm going to pull them back. Same with the Grandier Cheval. And you guys can open fire and probably send them scurrying. Ah, nice. Okay, we're still doing okay here. You guys running into position. You guys come over here. You guys can come back. French Dragoons, Grandier Cheval, come back a little bit more. Okay, nothing crazy happening here yet. And that's good. Let's have you sit here and reload for a minute. Hessian cavalry isn't very strong, but there are a lot of guys. Okay, they're pretty much done. Let's fall back here. You can try to knock out that artillery. Okay, nice. How are we doing over here? Looks like we're fine. French Guard. Have you form up. Are they getting focused down? Like, why are they taking so much damage? You guys are pretty spent. I'm gonna hold you in reserve now. You guys can come up, so can you all. Basically, everyone's welcome to come up. Pull the gendarmerie out now. How we doing here? Bridge Guard aren't doing anything. Let's see if we can pull them across the river. The Dragoons, you can come back. Chasseur, let's turn. You guys, let's turn. And let's start knocking out these guys. Oh, and let's hit these guys that are shooting us like point blank. Okay. You guys can limber and then move here. I think the battle will be done by the time you guys make it, but let's hold fire for just a minute, let you guys get your stamina back. I'm gonna send the grenadiers across. Honestly, I should just charge into these guys. Let's do one volley and then we charge in. Okay, now get into an attack column. And wipe these fools out. Let's go. Boom. Sweet. We did it. Honestly, probably one of the most fun campaigns I have played, just because we were able to do so much. I'll save my analysis for the end. Cool, got a bunch of loot, that's fun. We want to send our guys home with more money, so we'll ransom. We didn't lose any units, that's awesome. The only unit that routed, I think, was I think it was the gendarmerie. So honestly, not too terrible. And then we had all these reserves waiting to join the battle. That would be kind of cool, actually. What if a unit routes off the field, you can call in one of your reserves here? That would be pretty neat. I think this game engine is probably limited, so you can't do that, but I mean, it'd be pretty cool. Oh, we're victorious. Glory to the Kingdom of France, the war concluded in southern England, where the British crown and Hanover was cast down in a decisive struggle in the Battle of Weymouth. Awesome, awesome. 35 battles fought. I feel like that's not significantly higher than what we normally do, but it felt like we fought so many battles. The cavalry got so many kills. Our cavalry was doing work. Honestly, these guys, Regiment Hall of Fame. They were animals. The fact that we got them in Act 1 and they were able to help us out so much, geez, those guys were so good. Swiss did really well. Chasseur did fairly well. Our 5th Royal Artillery with the double canister, jeez, they were tearing it up. I'll go ahead and we'll add them to the Hall of Fame as well. $168 charge, 133 melee. Kinda nutty. Alright, that was fun. So like I was saying, I think this is a very interesting campaign because, okay, before I did this campaign, I did try them a couple of times, like on my own, and I thought, this is a terrible army composition. And I was thinking that mostly because they start off so weak. Volunteer Fusiliers are really not much better than a Royal Recruit. German Fusiliers are decent, but these guys are pretty junky. Chasseur, early game, before they get really good equipment, not that great. Volunteer Provincial Cavalry, also pretty terrible. Like, they just have a very weak start. And so I think you have to go around and resolve the encounters in order to build up strength. You can't do it like the other armies where you're fighting patrols and you're progressively getting stronger, you know, and you're able to fight the patrols pretty much every time you see them. With these guys, I don't think that's the case. I think you can do the intro battle. You can fight the very first patrol that's like uber weak, and then after that, you have to go and resolve a bunch of encounters to get stronger. I don't think you can fight another patrol, at least on Marshal difficulty. So, but once you get over that early game super weakness, I feel like they're very strong because they're able to move around very quickly. It means that you can get around, do a bunch of encounters, visit a bunch of towns, even like go back and fight patrols that if you had to skip them the first time, you're able to go back and fight them. And then on top of that, you have the general insight system, and I think you need to put a few points into morale because the French just have really poor morale, and especially these units, they've got very poor morale. But once you've kind of got your morale in a good place, you just start pumping points into your movement speed, and you're flying around the map at, I mean, just base with their inherent doctrine, you're up 25% movement speed. Once you max out your insight, that's another 20%. I ended up getting night marches, which I think increases it by an additional 15%. Like, we were just zooming around the map. I felt like I wasn't really struggling too much with, oh, am I going to make it to this place before the HQ mobilizes? Like, it felt like we were able to get wherever we needed to at a really good pace. So, I think this is actually a really fun army. You can't just brute force your way through in the beginning, but once you start rolling, it feels like this is a really strong army. Not even because of anything in the battle, right? They don't have any battle bonuses. They're just really strong on the campaign map if you get through the early game well. So I'm surprised. I thought this would be a bit of a slog campaign, really. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I had fun. I think this was, even at the end where I was like, okay, let's just finish this, it's because the campaign has been going on for so long. We've been able to do so much. I was like, get it. Like, I think we're going to beat the HQ battles without too much of a problem. So I was like, we don't even need to, min-max, burn down every town, get a bunch of money, go and make our, last few adjustments. Because we were able to do most of that before a month, right? Like, I think it was like 15 to 30 days before the first HQ mobilized in Act 3. Like, you're just so time efficient with this army, it's crazy. So they were a lot of fun. Highly recommend them. Just know that the early game is going to be tough until you can add in some more units and you can get some veterancy on these guys. And then once they start rolling, they're pretty dang good. So next campaign, what am I going to do? I've been thinking about it. I think we're going to go back to the PLC. And I think, no, we're not going to do the Magnet Militia. No, I'm not going to do that. I want to try the Noble Cavalcade. And I think I want to do an all cavalry run with them. I wish that they had like maybe a better battle bonus than just stamina and recovery speed being doubled. Maybe I'm sleeping on it. Maybe this is going to be really good. I think it's pretty decent, but it's not like the French, right, where they're getting the melee damage reduction. If we were able to dish out more melee damage or more morale damage or something, I'd feel more confident. But I think I want to do Noble Cavalcade. We're going to try to do all cavalry. And on top of that, I think it would be interesting if the theme of the campaign was stopping the triple partition, because historically, the PLC was torn apart by the Habsburgs, the Prussians, and the Russians. So what I think would be interesting is if we did this, theme is stop the triple partition, meaning in every act, we fight one of these nations. We fight the Habsburgs. Like Habsburgs Act 1, Prussians Act 2, Russians Act 3. I think that would be kind of interesting, and it would also make it a little bit more difficult, because Act 1 I can reroll as long as I want, right, and get ideal circumstances. But when it comes to Act 2 and Act 3, if I want to fight the Prussians, well, I guess the other thing is, right, I can just turn on the enemies that we want. So we just come over here, and yeah, we do the Habsburgs, we do the Russians, turn off France, and we do Prussia, right? So we do those three. But in a case where we did the Habsburgs first, and then we go into Act 2, and there's like 3 Habsburgs armies, well, we're going to have to reroll to either get Prussia or Russia. So I think it'll be interesting. I think it'll be challenging, but we may lose, you know, but I think it'll be fun to try out and just see how well can we do trying to play an all cavalry composition. I don't know. We'll find out. In any case, thanks for watching, everybody. Really enjoyed the Light Corps campaign, and I'm looking forward to the Noble Cavalcade campaign, which will be coming out soon. So, thanks. If you guys enjoyed the campaign, as always, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and we will see you in the next video.